In this video, I'm going to show you how you can connect your hosting a domain to Base44. This will be a complete step-by-step guide, and if you watch until the end and implement and do these steps, you'll have your domain connected, no problem. So what you need to do is go to your application on Base44. So I'm going to go apps, and we're going to connect a domain to this app here that I've created. This is just an example app for the video, and by default, you'll probably be on preview. What you need to do is go to dashboard, and then go to domains. Here you'll see custom domains, and what you can do is you can go ahead and click already have a domain, set it up here. That will then load this window with some instructions, and what we can do is we can click on add domain. Now we need to enter in the domain name you want to connect. So what I'm going to do is go to Hostinger, I'm going to go my account and find the domain name. So we'll go my account, and then here we are inside of my dashboard. We can then go to domains on the left, and it's going to take me to my domain portfolio, and I'm just going to connect this one here, knowledgebaseonline.com. So we'll go ahead and copy this. We'll then go to Base44 and paste it in. Very simple. I hope you're all following along. We can then click add domain. Once you've done that, you can see that the domain has been added, and here you'll see the status of the connection. Now we need to add some records to Hostinger to essentially connect the domain, and we can have all of this done in a couple of minutes now. So once you're on now the domain portfolio, once you've decided your domain, you need to go to the three dots here next to your domain, then go edit DNS zone, and that will take you to this window where we can add some DNS records. So let's follow these instructions here and we'll add the records. So instruction number 1, add a CNAME record, www, and point it to base44.onrender.com. So we're going to copy this here, base44.onrender.com. So highlight all of it, copy it, then head into the DNS area of your domain. Once you're in here, you want to go to type, change it to CNAME, and then for the name here, we'll put www, which is what it says to do here on Base44. So we've got www. Then again, we've got this copied. I'll copy it once more just so you can see. Copy this, paste it into target. Now, if you get this error message, which basically says that this record is conflicting with another one, you need to go ahead and find this record and delete it. So in our case, it's a CNAME www record. So we'll look for it here. So here are all the CNAME records. This is the conflicting one, CNAME www. We're going to go ahead and delete this. Now you can see that that has been deleted. And if we go back and we just wait a second and we just click around, this error message will shortly go. Just give it a couple of seconds here. There you go, that's gone. We can now click add record, and then this record has been added. So that's great. Now, step number 2, we need to add an A name or an alias record. Now, here are the instructions for that. But if you look at instruction number 3, it says if your DNS provider doesn't support a name or alias record, use an A record. So we can go to Hostinger and we can look to see if ours supports alias or a name record. But as you can see, and as you'll probably try and see here on your own screen, you'll notice it doesn't actually allow us to add that record. So what we can do is we can skip number 2 and we can go to number 3. So instruction number 3, if your DNS provider doesn't support a name/alias, which Hostinger doesn't, then you need to use a record. So we're going to use an A record here, and we're going to copy this IP address just here. So we'll go ahead and copy that, and notice here we need to add at the start. So we'll go back to Hostinger, we need to add a record. For the name, we will type at, it may already be there, and then points to, you need to paste in this IP address, then click add record. Again, you may have a record which conflicts. You need to then make sure you know what record that you're adding. So our IP address starts in 216. We can go ahead and confirm this, but what I am going to do is scroll down and delete the other A record which conflicts. So our record here is the one that starts with 216. I'm going to delete the record which we haven't added, which is going to conflict, which is this one. So we can click on delete. And there you go, that has now been deleted, and we've now added 2 A records. It now says remove any AAAA records because those are going to conflict and mess up your domain's behavior. So we can look for any of those. You probably won't have any of these anyway. As you can see on my screen, there is no AAAA records. Okay, so now we've added all the records. We've essentially done everything we need to do. We can go ahead and click check status, and we can click verify domain. And essentially what's going to happen now is you need to wait for the DNS servers to propagate. This can take up to 48 hours, so do be patient while this is happening. Now I'm going to try and get this to work on screen. As you can see, I clicked check status and it did work, but do note this can take up to 48 hours. Now let's check our domain is working. So we'll go ahead and copy it, and I'll open up a incognito window. We'll paste in our domain, and as you can see, it's going to redirect us to Base44. Here's our application. That's how you connect the domain. Thank you for watching.